Got it, got it. Thank you for that. All right, we should be good to go. Thank you, no sound. Muted, muted. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for joining in today's trading with the OC. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic, phenomenal. Let me hear myself. Test, test, test. All right, I think this actually sounds pretty bad. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. I think that sounds a little better. No, but you can still. Can you guys hear the clicking? I don't know. It's just giving me working out. All right. Let's. I don't know why it sounds that bad, man. It sounds like there's a. I don't know, empty space. What is it? Just me? Chris, thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it. All right, let me just check out a couple of other stuff here. Let's just leave this alone, maybe. And let's check out my microphone input. Just a second. Yeah, this sounds should be good. Test, test, test. Well, all right. I maybe try to. I don't know. Is it better now? Maybe a little lower. I don't know. Maybe I'll just try to fix it afterwards. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining. Hopefully, you guys having a fantastic, phenomenal afternoon. And I need to mute myself because that is making a short circuit with my brain. Perfect. Already mute myself. So, guys, also, again, I messed up. Maybe that's what is it messed up. Well, I fixed a couple of the AI stuff, so I can now wear green without looking like a floating head. So that is amazing. I can now start using my green shirts, maybe just not black, but also. Talking about Tone Coin, we're not there yet, almost there. I mean, it's actually hitting our, if we would have entered right away, we would get it stopped out. But we don't have a flip of the ribbon, and we don't have peak performance diamonds. It seems like he really wants to flip right now. Let's go and check it out. But first, let me get started with you guys because you guys are amazing. Very, very amazing. Thank you so much for calling that sound up. Also, let me know if it's a little echoey. If you guys can hear this, it should block it. But if not, let me know if you can hear it up. And also, let me know if you can hear. Let me see that I'm not clicking anywhere. If you can hear the clicking. All right. If you can hear the clicking, just let me know because that's going to be then driving me crazy. I need to work that around. All right. That's also actually a test for myself. Just to look at the recording. All right, so let's get it, guys. Let me get started with you guys because you guys are you're fantastic. Alexandra G in the house. Welcome, Alexandra. Thank you so much for stopping by. Really, really appreciate it. You also have Chris. What's up, Chris? Welcome. We have JB. What's up, brother? Welcome. Nice to have you around. Pro BDC. What's up? Thank you. By the way, thank you for your call out there. I think that was the first one I read. Thanks so much for that call out. Really helped a lot. We also have Chris Radis. What's up, Jay Violet in the house? What's up, Jay Violet? Love it, love it. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of your time here with me. Guys, a little reminder. I just have to do this. Please go ahead and click that like button. It really, really helps with the algorithm. Let's get it because we have a lot of things to go over. Things might not be playing out exactly as we were expecting. Things are hanging by a thread. And man, I want to get into those trades, but we might get some. We might get some. We'll see if we can catch some right here in live. But we'll see. We're also going to be looking at yesterday's video, of course, and we're going to be following along our footsteps and, of course, looking for other possible entries. Let's get it. Let's go to the charts. All right. We are back in here at the charts. Let me bring up my other stuff in here, which is, where are you? Is it? Yes. All right. So this is it. This is where we left out. All right. So we started with ton, and then we translated it into our setup in here. Remember, we had some support in here, a lot of support, to be honest. Right there, we were using our stop loss or this support resistances to prevent getting stopped out. But also look at what we were looking for here, our peak performance diamond. And of course, if we just look at slightly behind, we were expecting that flip of the ribbon. We already have some possible reversals. I was expecting to go a little bit lower, but It actually is going dipping. It's dipping farther than I was expecting. Let's take a look at how we end this up. Because there we go. That was our first setup in here. Have a position with, remember, that peak performance diamond. Let's check that out. And do we have peak performance diamond? No, we don't. We don't have it just now. But there we go. Look at that. Look at the color. Not in this one, but where are you? Yeah, I also want to overextend that one. I also want to move this one around. Let me grab you. Come on. And I don't know, why is it not letting me? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, whatever. Look at that bright color. Usually when we start getting that bright color, we're getting very, very close to that reversal. Let's bring up one of our lines in here to measure where usually we got those reversals in. Look at that. We are past that area. So are we looking for that peak performance diamonds? Of course, man. And I've been looking at this the whole freaking day. I feel like a newbie. I don't know if guys, if you have had it, if you are starting, don't let this happen to you. If you are already better, and I think you're gonna be matching up with what I felt today, which is, hey, this is an important candle. Look at that. We already have the candle, right? We have the color. We're at the bottom. We're reverses area. We're having a little bit of that strength, but we're crossing the zero line, right? We are almost there with the flip of the ribbon. In fact, we're just flattening out. It must be this last candle. And then the candle changes. No peak performance diamond. No anything. And the entry is not there, man. It's just hanging in buy and trade. I want to take it like, come on, do it. But this is important. And I'm just sharing with you guys what's going on in my feelings in my head. But also remember that we need to wait for those signals. Why do we need to wait for those signals? Because if we would have just entered on the dynamic reactor, just because it looked cool, just because it was a support, look at that, we would have get hit already. All right, let's bring up a couple of our indicators in here, and I think I'm going to start talking a little bit less intense. I've been told by my actual cousin that she lives in the States, Viviana, send you a lot of love, that she can barely understand me, so I'm going to try to work in that. All right, so we're still looking for that peak performance diamond. Look at that money flow. Money flow is actually not looking good at all, especially now that we're dipping below that zero line. Do we have a flip of the ribbon? Yes, we did have it here, but we haven't seen, well then, that reversal. Let's go and check out our classical oscillator, because that's where we make the prediction. And of course, we were expecting right here our peak performance diamond. We don't have it yet. The RSI, oh, here we go. So do we have an actual flip? Not really. It just went down. It's flattening out. We don't have that reversal just yet, but it's just giving us so much pain in here. Last time we saw that, it was a long time ago. Where was it? Let me just go ahead. There it is. All right, look at that it went just flat on us. And what happened when we have that final flip of the ribbon? Well, then we can see that we have an explosive movement from the very bottom, but also a lot of volatility in there. Kelly fan, how's it going? I think so. I think that we're going down a little lower. But I also think that we can catch that reversal. I'm still sitting on the same setup that yesterday, that if we're going down and we did not cut the short back then, well then what we're waiting for, it is the low. Sweep of the lows and change of character. But that's what we're looking right now. So for example, we're losing the dynamic reactor. What happens when we lose dynamic reactor? We have two things in here. We can lose it with strength. Here we go. In which case, well, we do have a little reversal, right? And then we go flat. That will be the best case scenario. But let me show you another case scenario where we lose the dynamic reactor, which is, of course, a breakout retest, right? And this one is just not doing it. Well, this one was, but I mean, come on. This cannot be just a... Give me, guys, 1 second, because this thing is going, it's going crazy. All right, thank you. Thank you for your patience. Let me also mute this thing for a little second. And we are good to go. All right, perfect. So, well, despite I can't find it right now. Oh, here it is. We lose the dynamic reactor, breakout, retest, and then continuation downwards. I think that we might have this kind of movement. All right, so that will be positioning ourselves for the upcoming or further drop to the downside. I think we have a little bit more movement to the downside. That is because Bitcoin, I've just seen those bearish candles right now, and they're trying to push farther down. Let's see how far down we can go. Well, right now, we have broken the support. Let's go and go for the next support in here. We already have here a liquidity zone to be grabbed. We have a support and another support. Let me extend my stop loss, and I'm gonna still try to go in with half of an entry in here. And remember, I'm not gonna be entering until I see, and please don't tell me that I lost it. All right, there it is. Until I see, let me just double click it. Perfect. I see my peak performance diamond. Peak performance diamond is going to be telling me, hey, you know what? This is where the fuel might be just running out. In the meantime, I keep pushing my entry a little bit lower and a little bit lower, a little bit lower. I'm guessing, quote unquote, guessing. I'm speculating. That's how guessing, educated guessing, it's been said when on trading. You're speculating, so you're educated guessing, right? Because we have some supports in here. Supports usually bounce. Do we know exactly? No. What is our confirmation? Confirmation is going to be flip of the ribbon or the peak performance diamond. In this case, since the ribbon is flat, I'd rather just wait for the peak performance diamond. It's going to be much accurate, all right? So far, so good. Trading Tuition in the house. What's up, Trading Tuition? Thanks so much for stopping by, my friend. Really appreciate it. Bingo Bango. What's up, bro? I caught a sweet Falcon long at 91. By the way, that's the next one we got. Look at that. All right. So you caught it at 91. Well, I was looking at 93, by the way. This is where we left out yesterday, right? And sweet. By the way, shout out to you, Killy 91, a way better entry that I got mine. In fact, this is not exactly my entry. It is not 93. It is slightly above. We're gonna take a look at that in a second. But wow, great, love it. It's always excite me when you guys are taking the trades that we talked about in here, right? And of course, you're making some money. Be aware. Need to move your stop to entry and take some profits, early profits, because most likely we are gonna keep bouncing up and down. Especially right now, since look at that, we're returning in here. Our bullishness, we've been losing that bullishness. We already have some reversal. And look at that money flow, it's dropping back down. Be careful. This is most likely the plan for this little long was to actually try to get ourselves in a good position for the short. So far, and let's why not? Let's just keep it on here. All right, the next one was TAO. Well, we're already in Fartcoin. Why not? Let's take a look at Fartcoin. That's where I think that was the last one, maybe. That's what we left out. XIBT and AVAX. Where did we took Fartcoin? Oh, sweet. All right, yeah, Sui and Fartcoin, perfect. So we were topping up all the way here, coming back down to that support area. Very nice. Look at that. We were expecting this movement to the upside. That is cool. We already have it right there. All right, and then, well, right coming up here, coming back down, getting to our entry point. Well, this is where we should be taking some profits already. And that is because look at your money flow. It's just not there. It's just not there. Hey, JB sent 5 Piper Academy gift membership. JB, rock on, my friend. Thank you so much for sharing it. Thank you so much for sharing it. Really appreciate it. Those one went to No DGT, Damn, DV, OJ, Pennywise. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. TNB Will. By the way, guys, please, now you have access to the Discord. Go check it out, because in the Discord, we have the Piper plan. do not miss the pipeline plan. That has been the most profitable DCA plan that I have ever experienced. So just so you know, guys, it is a fantastic plan. Go check it out. And also check out the calls that JR is also putting out there. Fantastic trades playing out there. You are amazing. You're amazing. Absolutely. Just like Alexandra says, JB, you're amazing. Thank you, my friend. All right. So talking about that higher low. Nailed it. It's there. Perfect. What now? Well, then we need to put in a higher high, right? But the money flow is just not there, man. It's just not there. Look at that. I was expecting a little bit of a I don't know, like more dramatic, bullish mountain here, and we're going flat. And then look at that, like this. Can we still go higher? Yes, and we did. Right here, we still go higher. You see that? We still go higher with a lot of back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That was a not fun area, right? Why? Because depending on the areas that you were looking for to entry, I mean, you were looking maybe at, and where's my favorites thing? Here it is. So you were looking at some volatility, like something like that, and look at that. It took you out every single time. Until, I mean, unless you would have caught this or this one here, well, you would have been safe. But jumping in here, not fun at all. I think the same thing might be happening, less volatile, but the same aggressive movement back and forth, all right? So look at that, just as we enter, going back up, coming back down. So I would say, if you want to hold it, I would not recommend. I'd rather jump back in. Not financial advice, but look at that. I need to see, I need to see that higher high. But so far, let's protect what we still have, all right? Take 50% out. I know it's not gonna be much. And then if that 50% out covers your stop loss, well, you have a free trade. You can just let it rip, and if it just takes you out, right? But if not, you know, if you stop to entry and then you recover. For me, I already have taken 50 out and just leave it as is. I'd rather just to break even, but have the chance to let it develop. So far, so good. Nice win, guys. Thank you. All right. So I played, close that trade in. Oh, why? Of profit in lot. Oh, and lots of profits. Look at that. Love it, Kelly. Love it. Nice. All right. So let's move on. Let's go back in here. Let's go back into where we were. So we were talking about ton target has been moving. We don't have the peak performance just yet. That's what we're waiting for. Let's go to the next one. The next one is TAO. So TAO, I think, do I have it? No, let's bring it up. TAO, here it is. Let's check that out. By the way, it is just right outside my door. It's just pouring. Perfect. TAO, a little bit of a special thing here. We had a 15 minutes possible short incoming. Let's see, because that one, man. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's go first to the 15 minutes. Let's go here. Here it is. We did not quite hit that target, our entry target. We actually went lower. We went back up. And this is important. Lost the what? Dynamic reactor. All right. After losing that dynamic reactor, perfect, we went even farther low. All right. We know at this point that we should be looking for shorts. That was actually what we were expecting in the first place. Maybe bounce out of this area to come back in for a short, because we not only had this trend line, we have a lower high. So a lower low was incoming. We just wanted to take advantage of it. All right. But let's just bring my drawings up in here. Remember the 15-minute short. We did not quite hit it, but your entry was right there, right here on your coming down zone, right here. Break your dynamic reactor, coming in, hit your dynamic reactor. Where are you hitting your dynamic reactor? Let me see if I can also hide this. Where are you hitting your dynamic reactor? Right there. What's going on in here? Peak performance. What's going on in here? Flip of the ribbon. What's going on in here? Flip of the ribbon. What's going on your RSI prime? Right here, tiny candles. Easy, 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 easy entry. Hopefully you guys also took that one. It did not play out specifically as we were expecting, but it followed our rules for entering a short position. Let's bring up that one. Let's just get it out up here. All right. And let's follow along with the other one right here. So let's go to the 4 hours. Let's go to analysis. Let's bring up our analysis. All right. We're looking for either a coming back up or an early retracement to create a higher low. Seems like we're already creating that higher low. All right. Let's go to the video. Here it is. Let's just let's mute it. All right, let's just mute it. We were expecting a reversal. Perfect. Here's where I want to just slide just a little bit here, because this was our VRVP. All right, look at what we're expecting in here. We're expecting that peak performance. Look at that. We were expecting that peak performance. That peak performance in here, as we're going on, TAO. Come on, not that one. TAO. Why do I have two TAOs in here? All right, whatever. Let's just get rid of one. There we go. We didn't have peak performance, but we hit exactly very close to that resistance. You see that? Perfect. At the resistance. Let's see. I believe I pulled those out. I always pull out my resistances. Come on, can't be. All right. Whatever. The point is that we were looking for another movement to the upside in here. All right. Movement to the upside, and that's where we're going to be looking for that entry. By the way, if you did not entry, that's great, but I think the entry might be right now. Let's take a look at why. All right, so let's get in here with TAO just a little bit before the 15 minutes. Come on, go back to the 4 hours. Come on, there we go. This is our possible entry. Remember, we're trying to, we could be going for a double bottom in here. Let's go to TAO. Right there. We already have a couple of candles in here. Look at that. We're grabbing strength. We're still in the green in here. We don't quite have tiny candles. All right. It seems like we're flattening out. We could still go lower. All right. Just so you know. But if I'm going to play it, if I'm going to take the risk, I still need to wait just a little bit more, and just to go back up in here. All right, so it's not exactly, but oh man, I just deleted the one that I wanted to keep. It's not exactly as we were expecting, but look at that. We are looking for that. Let me just bring it back down here. There it is. Because remember, things move as I just move this around. All right, so this is where we're expecting, or what we could be going for, right? This little curvature to the upside. So, and important, we're getting some strength, or it seems like we're trying to flip up on our strength index, on our ADX, all right? Based on that, I could be willing to take this entry here. So, what I'm going to be doing is just taking a secondary look. How is my money flow looking? Not good, but it's flat. It's below the zero line. It's still not good, but it's flat. It's not tanking. Important, look at my volume matrix. Volume matrix still in the green. Might be peaking out, but I can still survive that. All right? What else could I do here? Or what else could I be looking for? The flip of the ribbon. Almost there with that flip of the ribbon. This one is a little bit uncertain because we could be creating a goose head in here, all right? Which means a little retracement for then a further move to the downside. This little retracement is what we're going to be trying to take advantage of, all right? Let's move, let's update this. Let me just get, let's lock it because I want to move if this will ever let me. It won't. Well, whatever, right? This one, let's just get it out of the way for now. We're going to be trying to get into another short. So far, shorting is the way to go for now. But I think I'm gonna be playing my game, my luck in here. I'm gonna be trying to take this. My broker is not open. I cannot take this right now, but it is 6:26 my time. In between, I don't know, 30 minutes, I might be able to take it right after the show ends. So we're gonna be coming back into this one right before we finish this up. All right. Let's go check out the next one in here. So let's go one by one. Remember, trading, it's kind of like an art, right? So it's not that it's going to play it out exactly as you expect, but we have clean rules that we're going to be following. All right. This is the next one. TAO. We already didn't we? TAO. Yeah. TAO. All right. And all right, Litecoin. Perfect. Litecoin, man. All right, let's go take a look at Litecoin. Oh, dude. LTC, where are you, LTC? Come on. Don't hide. Because we need to talk, LTC. We really need to talk. All right, Litecoin. Come on, where is Litecoin? LTC. Here it is. Where are you not? Oh, it is. It's actually colored. Litecoin. Right click, open it up. Oof. All right. Happened actually faster. All right. Litecoin, let's take a look at the video. What we were expecting. Look at that. Picking out where? Falling knife strategy. Look at that. Let's go. And this is the 4 hour. Perfect. Let's just make sure that we are on the right spot. The 4 hour. Let me just move this out of the way like this. All right. 4 hour. Look at that. We were expecting our. And let me just get rid of a couple of things in here. Let's go minimize those so we can bring up our, what is it? Volume profile. Look at that. Look at that. All right. It happened way faster though. It happened way faster. Again, trading is not exactly as we are imagining. Time-based or momentum-based, all right? But it kind of like we have defined sections, right? Because Litecoin, oh man, Litecoin, we need to have a chat in. Let me buy you a beer because it played out phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, so let's go and check out what we were expecting. All right, we were expecting not only maybe this overextension to one of my favorite indicators to the order block magnifier. We also were talking about, look at that, a peak performance diamond. What do we have in here? Peak performance diamond. Look at that. What a beauty. All right. And well, then we're going to let this run. If you haven't, please move your stop to entry. Please let me know that you took this trade. Please. This one, I mean, was poetic, wasn't it? Kylan, what's up? Spark, please, if you have already done it. No, I haven't. So sorry, I was a little late. Oh man, don't worry, my friend. I got you. All right, let's jump into Spark. Let's do that analysis right now. Let's go here. And also, if you can, please let me know what's your broker so I can match up with you on what you're seeing. So let's see. Spark. Oh, see, it's from the future, time traveling, telling us the future. Look, oh, I wish, bro. I wish. But thank you for the compliment. Really appreciate it. All right, Spark. What are we talking about? Which one? Where are you trading it? Please let me know. I really want to know because that way we can both see exactly the same, right? I want to do an analysis the closest to your broker or the closest that you can see, because I will see. I don't think I haven't heard about Spark, and I'm not trading it. Not right now. Maybe I can actually use it or trade it. All right, so US dollar, not really. Coinbase, not there. USDC, Coinbase, OKX or Poloniex with Tether could be it. So, all right, let me see. We have a little delay, so let me know when you're ready. Bybit. Oh, do we have Bybit? Is it in there? Let me change it. Well, we have here. I'll exchange type. No, where are you? Here it is, and let's go for. There we go. It is in there. Oh, it's what? typing something wrong here? Oh, I see. All right. Which is getting worried here. All right, let's go. And you mentioned, yeah, OKX. In fact, it was there. Spark and OKX. All right, I'm thinking that you're doing the Tether one on OKX. Let's go and check that out. I'm gonna put it, like a little purple here. Let's get it, guys. I love to be here with you guys. Really, really enjoy my time here with you. Hopefully you also enjoy it. All right, let's get starting with this. So far, we're flat. But I don't like what I'm seeing, man. That is, first, look at their history. Not much, all right? Not much history. That doesn't mean that, that you cannot make money on it. Dude, we can do money out of garbage, right? I'm not saying that this is garbage. I just don't see history here, right? Let's just keep it as is. Look at this bump and this dump. All right, it's not as bad as others, right? So let's give that to it. And all right, we're coming back up. We're making a higher high. All right, perfect. But it's giving me double top vibes. Let's see here. Do we have that double top-ish? Yes, we do. All right. We haven't lost the support zone. The support-ish zone right here. And look at our VRVP here. It is going nuts. It's going crazy. It's going to be a little difficult here to trade. I don't think that I will be able to give you an actual entry. But let's try to visualize through, because if this coin has some future, it has some usage, or it makes out of a good meme coin, you could be onto something. You could be onto something, because it seems like we are early in here. And not only that, it actually bounced back up after the dump. It's looking very good, to be honest. All right? It's very good, to be honest. Trading Superman. Love it, Kelly. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. So far, let's go with our trend lines. I see a bottom here. I see a high here. Can I match them? Well, let's try to match them the best that we can, right? I think, well, this outlier here, or this a little bit, I don't know. Man, the words coming out is just slipping out of my brain today. But whatever. This party here, I think that could go over. We can overlook on this week, all right? So it's going through this one, and through this one, at the top of this one. I think it looks pretty good, all right? Right down here, I think we got it. In fact, there is already one in here for us. There we go. We have a proning, or we have a mega food, all right? We're still above the zero line. We have a chance. Perfect. We're coming back down, all right? And this is looking strong, by the way. And I'm going to say it's strong, quote unquote. Why? First, because we don't have enough history. That's why we don't know exactly. But when we're retracing here, look at that. When we were retracing here, what happened to the price action? We went down. It went down. We're retracing here, and what's doing the price action? The price action is going sideways. So it must be strong to hold its ground while it should be going lower, right? All right. So far, that is the strength, and I'm going to say it again, quote unquote, strength that I'm seeing on Spark. Don't let it deceive you, because right below there is a support zone. So we could actually come back down for it, very close to our support. Look at that. That's why we have a support zone, right? A trend line in here. And let's project our dynamic reactor. Maybe we can have a flip of the ribbon. And while we are coming back down, if we keep this strength up, we can do something like that, all right? Entry points in here, difficult to say. But let's go and let's use the same tools that we've been using, all right? Also, let's try to use a common sense, which is not that common, even for me, all right? It's hard to come by when you're talking to me. All right, so, oh man. Am I the only one that actually throws shits at a fan, at its own fan? I don't know, please let me know. So let's start bringing some indicators. Nothing seems to happen. That's because of lack of history. But here we got something. We have our VRVP. Perfect. All right. What else do we have? Some, all right, we have a low volume breakout, so maybe not a breakout, so we can keep coming back down here. All right, that is good to see. What else do we have in here? VP, let's see. Well, once again on that support zone. So let's do something here. I need my, let me close one. Let's do this one here. All right, what is our FIP telling us? Our FIVP, all right, is telling us that most likely we should be going higher to this zone once again, which means that we could be bouncing. Let's go, because we're on the point of control of this itty bitty tiny zone, all right, and let's go and try to jump into a long position. I know this might be like suicide. This is not financial advice, all right? And I need to tell you, suicide-like, all right? It's going to be very small, like this. It is going to be out of a 1/4 of a position, even less if you can. What we're going to be doing right now is going to the 15 minutes, all right? In the 15 minutes, look at that. We have an order block right here, man. All right, in the 15 minutes, as I was expecting, we are on support. All right. What kind of support? Well, then we have the money flow POC. Come on, don't get out of the way. Money flow POC. Come on, there it is. Money flow POC. All right. Let me just get my VRVP. My FIVP is also pushing to the upside. All right. Let's lock it. We are on support, although we're losing it. It's not that big of a deal so far. We have a trend line, and yes, we're losing it. All right. And we could even go here. All right, let me see. All right, we're getting close to that flip of the ribbon. This is going to be our entry. All right, got it. I think I got it. Support and resistance is important. Let's bring them up. All right. Oh, yeah, I locked it. Let's not take it right now. Where is it? It's going farther up. Yep. Let's go and try to catch it on its way down somewhere around here. I would love to go here, but let's keep it like this. All right. 1/4 of a position. And then this is going to be our next entry right here. I'm not going to be adding and adding at this point the very first two ones, because we're going to go 3 times. Despite we're doing a 4th, I don't want to risk the full position in this coin. I want to reallocate, and if I lose 2 or 3 out of those 4 positions, because remember, it's not that I have 1, 1, 1, and 1. It's that I have a 1/4 of a position, a 1/4 of a position, a 1/4 of a position, and another 1/4 of a position. So at the end of it all, I'm just using one single position to spread and try to jump in. And look at my, and let me just do this realistically, all right? Look at my risk-reward ratio, 5 to 1, all right? So I'm aiming to profit way much more, all right, than I'm looking to lose. At the end of it all, I'm trying just to handle that one single trade, all right? All right, perfect. So let's go for the first one here. The next one is going to be, it's already very, very clear right down here. Perfect. And we're going to be setting our stop loss right there. That's it. And a lot of liquidity to be grabbing here. In fact, I'm going to be trying to see if we can go maybe to the 1 hour and find, there it is, a little bit of a middle point. All right, so we're scaling down, not adding to it. Look at that. Our entry point in here on the 1 hour is on the dynamic reactor. And finally, I'm going to be adding my third and last 1/4 all the way down here, right here. And this one is going to be aiming first to the TP number 1, dynamic reactor, TP number 2, the sky is the limit. This one is going to be the big one here. Our, well, it's still 4.2, right? But still, I think that we have a better chance to jump in or make this one a little bit of those gains, all right? So far, that's going to be the strategy. I know it's a little bit all overcomplicated. I'm trying to see where maybe we can profit. And of course, I'm going to be adding my alerts. So let's add first alert here, second alert here, right? And last alert right down here. Remember, please look at your confirmations. Peak performance diamond, breaking through zero line, crazy support for entries. All right, so we'll do that. We'll do that. Perfect. We have Coinbase will be new on it today. Oh, love it, love it. All right, let's go and take a look at where we left out. Litecoin. What a coin! What a coin! Perfect, love it. I love to have this kind of movements. Litecoin, I need to buy you a beer, bro. All right, so let's go. Let's get out of the way with Litecoin, and we are running out of time. So let's take a look at Jupiter. Jupiter. All right. This one. Let's try not to make it so much of a surprise. Let's just dive right in. Almost perfect entry. Almost perfect zone. Almost. Did I enter? Sadly, no. I let this one slip. But let's take a look at it. Right, going back up. This was our possible entry. There we go. We have an alert right here. Look at that. It looked beautiful. All right, there. Let's go into Jupiter. What happened to that alert? We actually turned around almost immediately after the short ended up. It was like, hey, do you really want to short this? Oh no, you're not gonna catch me. Oh man. All right, but let me just get them together. There we go. Remember, that is our alert. The first big candle right after that doji candle or inverse hammer. Where's our inverse hammer? Here's our inverse hammer. Look at this one. They're right after the show ended. Boom, down. Come on, really? Are you gonna try to catch me? Oh no. So you want to short it? No, I'm not gonna let you. Do you want to long? No, I'm not gonna let you. Look at that, man. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Come on. I got just pissed of it. And I just let it go. Man, do whatever you want. Don't come with me with this one. Nonetheless, it still played out as we were expecting. All right, not exactly to the points, but right there, going back up, bouncing, coming back down. So that was a missed short. Man, Jupiter. All right, we still have one more chance, which is the huge shorter block that we have right down here, right? We still have an alert here, and what I'm going to be doing is adding another alert right at the beginning of that order block, right in here. Look at what's going on right now, and let's just get rid of this. We were looking for that continuation, and it did happen, but come on, did not actually exactly the way that I was expecting. We already are coming back down. Can we maybe keep going upwards? If that is the case, I think that we're going to be doing it a little bit lower. Maybe not a double bottom, but I do think that we could get a higher low in here. All right, let's see if we can count with that. First, we have our money flow POC in a smart money entry. Is it going to be enough? We already have wicked out of this and we keep coming downwards on the next candle. So I don't think that was enough. I think we're going to pierce it a little bit, going down, V-shaped recovery, and then somewhere in here, whoop, coming back up. All right. So this is going to be a risky entry. Am I going to try to take it to the upside? Yes, I will. Why? Look at the beautiful volatility of Jupiter. I mean, despite it had, I mean, this was BS. Come on, this was BS. But look at how well it moves. Once you caught that bottom, right? It moves. Why do you caught the bottom move? 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 Right? So that's what actually got me in love with Jupiter. Do I think it's a beautiful coin? No, but it's just moving so well, man. I mean, it's respecting. Concepts just like if it was writing the freaking book itself, right? Username, what's up, bro? My buddy, what's up, brother? Welcome. Great to see you here, brother. Nice. Of course. What's up, brother? Does he play TMT Turtles in town? No, I did not. That was the only game that I never played, dude. My friends did it, and I never. And that's it. That's it because I'm not sure how we're gonna be shift timing in here, but that is because I never got a Game Boy. I never got a Game Boy, and my friends used to play it on Game Boy. Not sure. I mean, and then I also skipped Super Nintendo. I never had a Super Nintendo, and also that's where my friends played it. So, but yeah, I miss you too, brother. I miss you too. Oh, you were talking to Adrian Alexander. Oh, I thought you were talking to me, bro. Oh, we miss you, brother. I still miss you. I still miss you, my friend. Let me guess. As he never played the Simpsons. No, I never played it. You read me like a book, bro. Look at that, man. Look at you. You need to see the engagement. We're just talking about video games, and the thing is going higher. All right, if you're new here and you like talking about, I don't know, all video games and trading, this is the channel. Click that like button. All right, obviously I miss you too, brother. Oh, I miss you too, my friend. Really appreciate it. All right, so I think we might be able to get a higher low in here. Why? Because I'm gonna be counting with, or assuming, or speculating that we're gonna have a flip of the ribbon in this area. I think we could do something like that, or at least we could do something like this. And how that played out in here, it played out good for both longs and short. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for. I'm gonna be a less, let's go even lower here. I'm gonna be less ambitious with this short, the next upcoming short. Let's go a little lower here. Let's just fix this. All right, and there we go. We have a possible long setup and a possible short setup, both of which could be entering today later at night. Be aware, because I estimate that we could be having some entries at 11:12 my time, MST or MST 6:47 right now. So just adjust it for, I don't know, a couple of hours ahead. All right, around midnight. Why? Not sure, but that's when things start moving. All right, let's finish this up. Let's see what else we got in here. And chain link. Yeah, chain link. All right, chain link. That's gonna be, I think, the last one that we're gonna be checking out today. And after that, we're gonna be looking for those entries and trying to get them by at the end of the week. If not, this is going to be a very dry, well, not very dry. Litecoin played out fantastic. That was a good one. Well, Firecoin, for me, wasn't that big of a profit, by the way. Kelly made a killer entry. Not me, but I'd still make a little bit money of it. We'll see. Sui also, by the way. But wait. Where did we? I just keep talking and I lost the track. All right, link. But I still want to have a little more action in today's zone. All right, so link, there we go. We were looking for this area to maybe have an early bounce or even breaking through the dynamic reactor in the 4 hour and then breaking back down. Where are we standing? We did turn around exactly right down there. All right, what is up next? If you did took that entry, well, then that is a fantastic entry. Move your stop to entry and hold it, because and long it's incoming. Then what you should be holding your short, because we still have a little bit more to go. And look at that, we are right there, but it seems like we are going to be piercing this out. How far low? I don't know. I don't expect it to be that much, so embrace yourself. And right here, this is what we were expecting. Let me just move this slightly. Look at that. So there it is. Let's just reuse everything, because this is exactly what we were expecting, right? Coming back down, maybe having that little flipping here, and I heard something around me. All right, and well then, right down here, this is where we're gonna be taking an advantage for the next long. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for me today. Tomorrow we're gonna be taking, or hopefully tomorrow we're gonna be taking some profits. If not, we'll try to force the hand of the market a little bit. We're gonna go full scout, just to make things a little bit more interesting, and maybe we can hunt some meme coins around and see if we can, let's squeeze something for the weekend. So selling at 20 bucks. Oh, and re-enter at 1.5. What later? All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining today. It is really good to see you guys around. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.